All Ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Knicks Fan TV had Ariel Helwani on there. I know him for his UFC days. He used to criticize Dana White. But they go into the Knicks' interest in Karl Anthony Towns.
I think there's one more move they want to make.
Like a big swing, or
I think there's a big swing that they want to make.
Really?
Because they didn't sign Julius Randle to an extension.
You think he's on the block? Everyone keeps saying they're such big fans of his, his.
I'll tell you this.
Okay.
They're bigger fans of Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're bigger fans in Karl Anthony Towns. They want Towns.
Who do you like better?
I personally like Julius. Fit-wise, offensively, Towns is a better fit. For what they're trying to, they want to catch Boston. They see what Boston can do with a true 5-out system. They want to open up that floor completely for Jalen to do his thing and cook like he usually does. You're able to put Towns out there. I'm just talking about skill set, offensive skill set. As a true shooting big, that's how they want to beat Boston. They want Towns.
You think Minnesota does that?
It's not clear if they will, but they are in some financial challenges right now. In a little bit of a tricky spot where they could use some savings. And I can tell you, the Knicks want Towns.
I mean, he sounds like you, All Ball. We want Cat to have a stretch 5.
This is why I get mad. How long have I been saying this?
Forever. And I always disagree. Still disagree.
No knock to nobody, but you see how people have all this inside news. But on Knicks Rehab, All Ball TV, I've been saying this for over a year now. So that ain't breaking news to me, because I've been on that time. Nah, for real, man. For real. Start giving us our props. Whether you like the move or not, we've been discussing this. With no inside, with no none of that. So I love the move. But like I told y'all, this season is for Julius Randle to prove that he's a great fit for our Knicks. If we digress, if we go backwards, then he's definitely going to be on the trading block. I think right now we owe it to him to see how we look fully healthy, give him a shot. But once again, if, we start looking bad and things ain't looking good, who else is there to blame? Look how we looked without you last year. To me, this season is going to prove if he gets that extension or not. I think he wants to be a Knick, but we have to be realistic. Karl Anthony Towns opens up the floor, wide open. He's way better offensively. It's not even close. People can miss me with, listen, it's nothing personal against Julius, but it's not even close when it comes to being offensively better. And he's a legit 7-footer. So for me, I get why the Knicks, and certain people saying they want Karl Anthony Towns. And also, he's probably one of the guys that we can realistically get. Only way we getting guys like Giannis and KD or one of them other guys, they got to come over here. We ain't going to be able to trade for them guys. So let's be realistic. I love the move, and I've been saying it, and I was getting roasted and flamed for it. But once again, if you're looking at it from a basketball aspect, forget, being a diehard Knicks fan and being a Julius Randle fan. If we looking at it basketball-wise, it makes perfect sense. So on that point, I agree with Knicks Fan TV. But big shout out to Knicks Rehab. We've been on that time.
At least some of us. Because I wasn't. And I'm still not. I don't want anything to do with Karl Anthony Towns whatsoever. I never have. I think he's soft. As crazy as Julius Randle is, he's putting pressure on the defense. Neither one of them are proven in the playoffs. I think he's gonna put more pressure on the defense, like I said, get you more and ones. The way he's able to go from the post and the perimeter and operate and just do his thing now, because now we have yet to see him with these 3 or 4 guys around him. And all we saw was OG be added, and Julius Randle was unlocked. He was unlocked. He's maturing. Karl Anthony Towns, to me, is not even mature. He's out there. What is he yelling about? He's not even podcast. He streams. Thank you, Sherwin. Cat salary is $55 million for what? For what? To be a third or fourth option? It's disgusting. And part of the reasoning was because the Knicks are under pressure to look like Boston. What did we say the other day?
Hold. If he come to New York, he's the second option behind Jalen Brunson. Stop it. He ain't no third or fourth option. You got to stop with that third, fourth option thing. How is he the third, fourth option if we trade him for Julius? Who's the offensive option in front of Cat?
Mikal Bridges.
Get
him out of here.
Get out of here.
Out of here with that.
Don't get out of here with that.
Anthony Towns. It's not even that. We ain't talking about talent. We ain't talking about skill.
It's personal for you, man. It's personal for you, man.
What's so personal about it? I don't like the way you play basketball. I don't know him personally. I just think he's soft. It's not personal with Paul George. It ain't personal.
No matter how soft he is, he's not second option. I mean, he's not a third option after Mikal Bridges. That's impossible.
He's made himself a third. Bro, the Minnesota Timberwolves are on a roll without him. They didn't even need him.
Okay.
Who's the option there?
You don't believe that. You do not believe that. Minnesota Timberwolves is not winning nothing without Karl Anthony Towns alongside Ant-Man. Ant-Man is not doing that by himself. Stop it, man.
Bro, they were in playoff contention without Cat. He was out for most of the season before.
Okay, and what happened in the playoffs? He got hurt. He didn't help at all in the playoffs. At all.
This year he did in some games, right. And then what happened to him? He disappeared. And again, that's
disappeared some games. And Ant-Man disappeared some games too.
1,000,000%. But we ain't
everybody disappears.
We talking about Cat. Cat is the guy that's 7 feet, #1 draft pick, was supposed to be MVP level kind of guy. He's never been that.
See, that's you.
He's never been that.
You putting sauce on it. Nobody thought he was gonna be no MVP level type of guy. I don't believe that. I never believed that.
Hold on. So
I never believed that.
So you're not shocked at this point that Karl Anthony Towns is not a top 10 player? You don't think he should have ever been a top 10 player?
No. I'm
coming out of college?
I'm not saying he should have never been, but I'm saying right now, no, I am not shocked. No. He's still, to me, top 15.
Top 15 what?
Playing in the NBA.
No.
So who you putting in front of him? Tyrese Maxey? Who y'all putting in front of him? Halliburton? Get out of here with that.
Halliburton's definitely better than Karl Anthony Towns.
No, he not. No, he not. No, he not.
Yo, hold on a second. You got 12 guys in the Olympics right now better than him. All we got to do is start there. 12 guys in the Olympics right now.
And I disagree. Halliburton ain't better. Kawhi can't stay on the court. Like, let's be realistic, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Half them guys on there was out of here in the first round. Talk about that. LeBron, AD, stop it.
I personally feel like this guy led the New York Knicks to a playoff appearance. Julius Randle, All NBA. He exceeded expectations. He got better every season. Karl Anthony Towns did not. I keep on saying the same thing. I don't want players like that around who are not willing to get better. Karl Anthony Towns is not willing to get better. He keeps settling for whatever talent he has. Shooting 3-pointers. As soon as the first thing everybody said was, yo, you need to go to the paint and start operating from there, and then you work your way out. It doesn't make sense. $55 million, bro? That is insane. $55 million for what?
Everybody's contract is insane, bro. Like, come on, man. Everybody's contract is insane. And then I'm looking at the chat, dude. Kawhi's a top 5 player. Yeah, when he's healthy. And then this how you know it's personal. Cat is not better than the center in Houston. Y'all don't even know the name. Y'all don't even know his name. Clint Capella. Come on, man. Cut the jokes. It's personal.
Don't say Clint Capella.
Right. Right. Y'all don't like Cat. Just say that. Just how I say I don't have no problem saying I don't like LeBron. Just say you don't like Cat. Not saying you, Fabian. I love all y'all in the chat. But just keep it real. It's personal. You don't like him for whatever reason. Okay, cool. But he's still a 7-footer that can post you up, that can knock down a 3-point shot, and that can spread the floor. Simple and plain. We don't have that right now.
Okay, but if we're trying to match another piece of that I really don't despise about that report is that we're trying to match what the Celtics are trying to do. Do not do what the Celtics are doing. They don't play like us. They are a finesse team. Porzingis brings, yes, he's a 7-footer. He brings some rim protection, but he's a 7'2" guard. I don't want that on my team. Go back to the grit and the grind. That is what's gonna get us there. This better be one of those Leon tricks where he's throwing it out to the media and he doesn't care. That's what I want to see. Don't go out there actually following through with this, Leon Rose, because it's smoke and mirrors, and I hope it's that. I hope it's what we've been talking about in the springtime. Like, yo, they just throwing names out there and all of a sudden we get Mikal Bridges.
So let me ask you a question. We go this season, and we digress. Julius Randle seems like he may be a problem as far as fit, things of that nature. What do you expect us to do then? Your opinion. If we have to make a move, who are we making a move with? Because you got to remember what we did last year, this season, without Julius Randle, we was a 2 seed, we won 50 games, and we was a game away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is all without Julius Randle. So we expect when he come in for us to do better, right? So it should be 50 plus. It should be 1, 2, 3, worst case scenario 4 seed. He should be it should get better. I'm saying if that doesn't happen and it gets worse, what do you think we should do?
Well, no, then you're right. We should have started exploring it. You got to explore trades because there's no way at that point, bro. What is your excuse? You have all the spacing in the world. RJ Barrett's not there anymore. IQ's not there anymore. There's no excuses. We got a rebounder in Josh Hart. We got Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. You ain't got to guard that many people now on the court. When you switch, it's going to be towards the end of a shot clock because the offense is trying to trying to target you now. But it's going to take some time to go get to you if we set up the defense up the right way. So if you have all these things lined up for Julius Randle to go win and play his game and he's not performing, then how can I be upset with him in trade talks? And then once we get there, if Karl Towns comes up, I'm going to have to regrettably agree with you then and walk through that door then, cross that bridge then. But as of right now, I am all the way on the other side. I ain't paying no toll. I ain't crossing no tunnels. I'm chilling at the Garden, at the Plaza Hotel with my peoples right now, with the Nova Knicks and Julius Randle and OG Anunoby. Ain't no way possible right now I'm thinking about Karl Towns and them $55 million. I don't care about that. That's insane to me.
Listen, once again, I've said it on Knicks Rehab for how long now? I don't want to get rid of Julius Randle. I said we owe it to him to let him play out this season with the whole team fully healthy, and let's see what we should do. I think we should be meeting the Boston Celtics in the conference finals. If we do not do that, and Julius Randle's not playing at a high level, we have to think about trading him. Simple and plain. We not trading OG. We just signed him to the max. You know we're not getting rid of Brunson. We're not getting rid of none of the Villanova guys. Let's be for real. That is the core. We have one problem and one problem only. And this year, we are going to find out if it's a good problem or a bad problem. Simple and plain. And we know who it is. Julius Randle. Julius Randle. He wouldn't be on a trade block. It wouldn't be these talks if people didn't know the type of player and person he is. So we have to see, is he going to buy in? Is he going to buy in? Is he going to do what it takes defensively, as a leader, as one of the vets on this team? Come on, man. We pushing for a chip now. Simple and plain. So, like I said, this is his audition this season to see if he's going to get that extension and stay a Knick, or we have to make a move for him. So, once again, I'm not saying trade for Cat right now, but listen, man, by the trade deadline, if your man looking shaky and it ain't looking like it's a good fit, y'all know who they going to blame. Come on, man. Let's stop acting like we don't know that. Right now, Julius Randle is auditioning right now this season to see if he's going to get that extension and stay a Knick. And I've said it last season, before we even had to go through this mess. I'm trading for Karl Towns because once again in the league, when you got a big man that can stretch the floor, those are the teams that win. Simple and plain. Look at Al Horford for Boston. That's because he can stretch the floor. They didn't even need Porzingis to win the championship. But because Al Horford can stretch the floor, you got to respect them out there at the three-point line. Look what that does for the lanes and how it opens up for guys like Drew and Brown and Tatum. Look what it did for Derek White. Like, come on, man. So just imagine a big man that can open up the floor for Bridges, DiVincenzo, Hart, and especially for Brunson to now have the space to do whatever he wants. Come on, man. We got to think. I'm talking basketball. I ain't talking being a diehard Knicks fan. I ain't talking about having love for Julius Randle. I'm talking about we need to try to win a championship. If you don't like Cat, cool. Who else would y'all have in mind? We are not trading for Giannis, KD. Guys like that have to come over there. You're not trading for them guys.
But I think you added a caveat to all that. If Julius Randle is not playing well, then this story changes for me. Because what I've seen in January, it's not promised that Cat can bring that to the game. That's just from what I've seen so far. I don't like his game because he's made himself a third option for me. Julius Randle, I've said the same thing about him for years. He's a third option, and the Knicks have made him so. I love that. You had OG, Mikal Bridges, and so now at times it looks like, oh, Julius Randle ain't got to have the pressure of being a first or second option. He can play first or second option whenever he kind of feels like or shows up.
Right, but Randle was a number one option by default. Let's be realistic.
Yes, totally agree.
So him being the third option is super legit.
Yes.
I'm just saying we have to put our feelings to the side, and then I see the chat, Cat is soft. I don't care how soft he is. We got enough tough guys on the team. Brunson, DiVincenzo, Hart, OG, Bridges. Everybody ain't got to be tough. Miss me with that. He's a good basketball player, and he's 7 foot. He's 7 foot.
So you think with Cat coming here, he comes to the Knicks and he gets the Midas touch, the Nova touch?
It's a no-brainer. Everybody else gets it. Why wouldn't he get it? And once again, as soft as he is, Anthony Davis is soft. They won a championship, whether we want to respect the bubble chip or not. What makes somebody so tough? I don't care about that. Do your job. Do your job.
I don't think he does his job. I
disagree. I disagree.
When it's time to be Cat in the playoffs, he's not doing that. And Anthony Davis has put on MVP caliber performances in the playoffs. We didn't see that from Cat.
Julius Randle, what did he do in the last 2 playoffs?
Nothing. Nothing.
Since Cat is so soft, what did Julius Randle do in the last 2 playoffs? Oh, he wasn't there. I watched Cat help Minnesota win a couple games this season against Denver Nuggets, against the best player in the NBA, against the former champions. Like, come on, man. Put the feelings to the side. Put the feelings to the side.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. No, wait. I can't. It's not just feelings. It's not emotional. It's what I see from him. Something I don't want around my team at all. At all. He's not going to show up when it matters most. He was working with Tibbs. Tibbs didn't like him. He beefed with Tibbs. Butler punked him. You let these other guys, Butler kept punking him until Anthony Edwards showed up and stepped to him. We seen it live on TV. It's not just some narrative. He's soft.
Butler, the same guy that they said Wiggins and all of them is soft, right? What Wiggins do in Golden State? Won a championship while Jimmy Butler's still running around trying to be tough. Who cares? Who cares? All these tough guys is running their good players out the league. Draymond Green, tough self. Look what he did to Kevin Durant. Now look at Clay. Where Jimmy Butler at right now? Yeah, all that toughness. Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that.
Got him to two finals appearances.
Yeah,
Cat hasn't been to any of that.
What it got him
hasn't
now?
Sniffed it. And everybody you just mentioned is nowhere near as talented as Cat.
Man,
why is Jimmy Butler outperforming Cat? That's crazy.
Cat was 4 games away from getting to a finals.
Yeah, okay, but he went out as the lead dog. Jimmy Butler did as a lead dog. Andrew Wiggins went to Golden State and switched his whole game up.
All right,
with the bully himself, Draymond Green. Again, Ant-Man has gone to Minnesota and switched everything around, and we still see glimpses of who Cat is. He was, oh, come on, man, with the stupid jump hook shots over the Joker and everything. Settling for 3-point shots, and everyone was saying the same thing. I thought I was bugging. It's really on Cat. The same thing I said about Tatum with Boston. You can't settle Jason Tatum, and he didn't in terms of driving and kicking, but he still settles, and you got Jaylen Brown there helping you out. He got a squad with him. Maybe to your point, he is missing our squad, but I ain't trying to take that chance, man. That's how much I dislike his game. Just settling like that, just like early Dirk. Dirk is way better than Cat, but he was soft. He got exposed time and time again until he came through against the Miami Heat. It wasn't up until then that we respected Dirk for real. Because everything else was, how you let Steven Jackson check you? How you let Udonis Haslam check you? Nobody should check you. You are Dirk Nowitzki, 7 feet. We ain't never seen nothing like this. And it took him years to get over the hump, but I ain't trying to help Cat do that. We got our guy. I'm rooting for Julius Randle. Be the Broadway bully that he should be. I don't want him here, man. All balls getting me fucking angry right now.
And then remember, if we do acquire Cat, he only got to deal with one big man in the East, and that's Embiid. Look at what he was having to deal with in the West. With Wemby, Chet, AD, Joker. Then you got, all the teams with the young guys that's flying around, even with Clint Capella. Remember, he come over to the East. Man, listen, what Shaq say? Barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Who you got to deal with? Miles Turner? Jared Allen? Come on, man. He might be an MVP candidate. He come over here with us. You kidding me? Ain't nobody looking at that neither.
I don't want us to get in this thing about just trying to beat Boston. We got to be ready to beat. We got to be ready to beat everybody.
Love you, Flea. Yeah, Flea. Let's go.
I think Minnesota built their team to beat Denver, and then they forgot that there's some other teams that you got to match up against. There's some other teams that you got to scheme for, and so you focus on one team because you want to get over that hurdle. Toronto couldn't beat LeBron and the Cavaliers for years, and that weighs over you. And so now you're trying to figure out ways to beat that one team that you can't get over the hump. The Knicks don't even need to get into that space. We can compete with everybody. I go back and forth. I heard what OG was saying about getting in this position where we're too shy to bust our gun, right? We too shy to say, all right, let's make the move because we love Julius Randle so much. I don't think it's so much loving Julius Randle. I'm just saying we're doing the right things with small tweaks. Right. Karl Anthony Towns is a big tweak. Karl Anthony Towns changes how our offense operates. Karl Anthony Towns changes how we defend. He changes everything for us. So if we want to do that, okay, but we got to be ready to adjust everything. We got to be ready to lose 8 to 10 games in a row just because we're trying to figure shit out. Like, that's stuff we got to think about. And the way we are as Knicks fans, the great product that we've been putting out over the last 2-3 seasons, I don't think we're in a position to be patient to have to take steps back because we want to add a Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think we're a better team if we add Cat. That's how I feel.
Flea, we know when we disagree, we go crazy. But when we agree, man, you like my dark-skinned twin brother. Get ALLBALL out of here. You annihilated his whole argument right now.